welcome to the Runecast how-to video series. My name is Steve Betterson and I'm the lead technical sales engineer at Runecast, and I'm here to help you get started with Runecast and to show you the most relevant capabilities and functionalities of the platform solution. In this video, you will learn how to configure the log collection for log analysis. Runecast offers real-time analysis of logs received from the vSphere hosts and virtual machines in your environment. Your hosts, your ESXi host may already be forwarding their logs to a standard syslog collector. So Runecast can be configured as an additional syslog destination. So logs will continue to be sent to other syslog servers, and you do not need to delete any current syslog server addresses. What will happen is that the address will be appended to those existing syslog server addresses. So Runecast will retain only the relevant log entries that may indicate a potential issue. An additional part of the configuration is how to configure log collection for log analysis, and that's what we're going to show you in the video today. Here you can see on my screen I've got my familiar login to my Runecast appliance. So I'm going to use the default account RC user, and we will get to the familiar user interface of the Runecast appliance. So we're all set up. What we need to do now is to go into the settings to configure the ESXi log analysis, which is what we're covering in this video today. So I select ESXi log analysis on the left-hand menu here. And just to give a bit of information around the log analysis. So logs are removed after 60 days, as it says there, under the retention information. We only have a certain amount of allocation disk space for those logs. So the Runecast appliance will not balloon out. Virtual machine will stay static in terms of its size, and that's the maximum disk allocation space for those logs. We're not collecting all of the logs, whether that's at a host level or a virtual machine level. We're only collecting useful bits of the logs that contain information that could lead to, highlighting a potential issue or problem. So to configure the syslog settings on the hosts and VMs of our configured vCenter, so we have our vCenter that we've connected to in the previous video. We select on the down arrows here, and you can see that we've got 3 hosts running in this environment here, and we've got various virtual machines here, including our own Runecast analyzer. In order to enable the log analysis, all we need to do is click on this config syslog settings here. Okay, so we can just click on that spanner there, and we've got our selected hosts. I can select them individually, or I can select all of them. I can then simply click configure, and there's some information up here covering what I've already said. So the Runecast analyzer appliance address is this address here, and it's just going to add that UDP record to the syslog.global.log host entry. And if there's, as I say, if there is already another device, another IP address for another device that you're forwarding logs to, that will just append this address to it. So it's not changing any of the other configuration. So we're going to click OK here. That's going to go away. It's sending that request to the vCenter. It's executed those commands successfully, so we can simply click close here. Now, if I want to forward any logs on from my virtual machines, again, same principle. Virtual machines have to be turned on as well. I could select my own Runecast appliance, but I'm not going to here. But imagine I've got some production virtual machines here. I can select those, configure. Now, with the configuration of virtual machines, one of two things have to happen once this has been enabled, and it's not an issue to do with Runecast, it's VMware specific. The virtual machine will either have to be restarted for this to take effect, or it will have to be vMotioned across to another, from one host to another, for this setting to take effect. So I'm just going to configure my hosts in this video here. It's the same principle for my virtual machines. That's it. Now, when we run any analysis, there'll be some syslog forwarding from those hosts, these hosts that we've selected here, to the Runecast appliance for analysis. So if I go back to the dashboard, you can see log KBs discovered in the last 7 days, no issues detected, because we've literally just configured this and set this up. If I go to log inspector, I'd be very surprised to see that there's any information here. Well, it actually has picked up a little bit of information, but it's not displaying any graphical stuff because we've literally only just started connecting. So once you've built up a few analyses, we could run the analysis or over a period of time. What we can do is this will start populating this, and there'll be some more meaningful information. I've actually got my demo lab up here that's been going for some time, and I can show you on the log inspector here that I've got a lot more information, and I can start searching for things like errors. I can look at the hosts, and I can select a host with particular noise on it, or I can have a look at what's in terms of errors. I can have a look at this one here, and I can start drilling into the log information that has come from those ESXi hosts. And eventually, I'm going to be able to find what I'm looking for. Perhaps there's a particular thing that I'm looking for here, and I can drill in, find the timestamp, and get to the syslog message that's been forwarded from the host to Runecast for analysis. And this kind of information can be used when you're logging a ticket with VMware support. So that's how we configure Runecast for log collection for log analysis. I hope that's been useful, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching this how-to video. I hope it's been useful for you. I just wanted to highlight some useful links on this slide. So please go and visit our website, where you can find lots of useful information about our solutions, the platforms we cover, partners and resources, and much, much more. You can see here direct links to some of those resources, such as the user guide and the Runecast blogs, and of course our YouTube channel, which contains all of the how-to video series and the many Runecast webinars that we've hosted. So please go and take a look at these. I'm sure you'll find them particularly useful. And finally, watch out for the new how-to video content being released. Thank you, and see you again.